If you want to hear how excited this crowd is, just listen. They are going crazy. They have been going crazy for the last hour. They've been, the Potsdam chants have been going.
They've been
We
singing
want
warm up the bus
Potsdam.
already.
Sang warm up the bus before the teams even came out and warmed up. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Maxi Gym for the finals of the NCAA Division III Eastern Regionals. The starters being announced now. Out there for Alfred. It's hard to say. I can't really see his name. That is, okay, number 52, Chris Ty. Out there also for Potsdam, John Leonard, Steve Babiarts. It looks like he is starting tonight. Also out there for Alfred, number 34. That is Tim Burkhardt. Number 23 for Alfred is Mike Wing. He had a big game last night. 36 points for Alfred last night, including the desperation bucket, a 36-footer at the buzzer to win it. Barry Stanton out there for Potsdam. He played a tough game last night, 43 for the Bears. Also out there for Alfred is number 15, Mike Kobus. And there's number 34, Troy Turner of the Bears. And the fifth starter for Alfred is number 11. That is Brian Andrews. And Tony Bullock rounding out the Potsdam Bears lineup. I think both teams have to be really psyched. Alfred, both for different reasons, I think. Alfred coming off an amazing come-from-behind victory last night. The Bears, the home crowd, who, have no reason not to be psyched. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back for the opening tip-off.
What happened to my shoe with the ads on it and everything? Is that on the... Welcome back to Maxi Arena, and we're ready for the opening tip-off. We'd like to tell everyone that this game is being sponsored by Max Fields, the Isle of View, Alger's Pub, Hi-Fi Shop, Golden Comb, and the Boiler Room, all in downtown Potsdam. Also, this game is being broadcast on WCKN Cable 8, and we're happy to bring the game to you.
Set for the opening tip-off. The crowd's ready, the teams are ready. Barry Stanton is up, and it comes down to Pony Bullock. Bullock driving all the way in, and he's fouled right off the start. Pony Bullock wasting no time and going right in there.
Yes, they don't want to waste any time. They both seem very excited for this game. Alfred very pumped up during warm-ups, as was Potsdam, partially because of the crowd. It's going to be a very interesting game. They play pretty much the same style of ball. Alfred seemed to take advantage of turnovers and likes a faster-paced game than most. And Potsdam, of course, is known as being a running team. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up.
Pony Bullock will go to the line. That foul is on number 11, Brian Andrews, a junior guard. He stands at 5'10". Bullock at the line for the first of two. First shot is up, and it's good. There's the opening basket. Get a little bit of streamers there. I think we are waiting for the first field goal, because I think that from what you've told me, there's going to be quite a bit of paper come down from the rafters there. Bullock sinks his second, 2-0 Potsdam. There's a little bit. They might as well get rid of it now if they're going to do it.
They might be calling a technical. The referees don't seem very happy about it.
Brendan Mitchell picks up one of them, tosses it back into the crowd. And there's the announcement.
Oh,
yeah,
very strict action there. They said if any more paper is thrown, and there was one just now, they're going to call a technical foul and take away the first basket.
And there is the classic BS chant going on. Alfred inbounds. Here is number 12 for the Saxons. They bring it down court to number 23. That is Mike Wing. Batted around. It comes down to Pony Bullock. Picked off the pass. John Leonard. 2-on-1 for Potsdam. Turner goes up. He is fouled. And Turner might have pulled a muscle. Or maybe just a sprain. I think he'll walk that one off.
Potsdam has had 2 successful running plays so far, and although they haven't got a field goal to show for it, Alfred has fouled them on both times down the court, and that is something they just cannot do. 5 fouls and you're fouled out, and they can't afford to do that every time Potsdam breaks.
We don't have a number 12 listed on our program, so we will have to go along and keep calling him number 12, I guess. Troy Turner at the line, 2-0 Potsdam. And Turner misses the first of 2. We are still only 18 seconds into this game. Troy Turner goes up, and that one bounces off as well. Rebound comes down to Wing. Wing held it pass to Brian Andrews. Andrews with the ball now. Andrews working on his left side. Comes to number 34, Tim Burkhardt. Off they go to number 12. He passes across to number 52, Chris Tye. Picked off the pass underneath, but it comes back down to Alfred. Good pressure by the Bears here in the early going. Andrews comes back in, and a line violation. It'll turn over to Potsdam.
That was a very good call. He did step on the line. Very aware referee there got the call.
And so the Bears inbound it once again. Pony Bullock bringing it up slowly for Potsdam. Calling the play as it goes. Works right side to John Leonard. Leonard across to Troy Turner. Inside, Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell fakes, then goes up. Rebound comes down. That doesn't hit. Another rebound to Barry Sten. He can't hit. Still they go up with a shot. It won't fall for Potsdam. Alfred comes back down with it. Here's number 12 going all the way in. He misses. Rebound comes down. And Troy Turner is called on the fouls. He went charging in there for the rebound.
Troy Turner having a very tough time at the beginning of this game as he did last night. Hopefully he can get on track. Alfred trying to substantiate the fast break right away also, and man drove right in, and Troy just got caught out of position on the rebound.
And the Bears with some early frustration. Let's hope that doesn't go for very long here. They have a 2-0 lead, but they have had a chance to go up by as many as 6, and there's a foul right underneath. A pushing foul against Chris Tye. So these referees are going to call it very closely here, at least for the opening minutes.
That's also the second foul on Tye, so with only a minute, not even a minute and a half gone, he's got 2 fouls, and he's in a lot of trouble.
Alfred will bring a sub in. Coming in will be number 50, Paul Amrose, at the next whistle. Bears on the attack. Troy Turner, left side, comes back out to Bullock. Bullock back to Turner. Turner from outside. And that misses. Rebound comes out. And another pushing foul against Chris Tye.
And that's number 3, and he's going to be sitting out for...
And some words. Brendan Mitchell is not too happy. And Mitchell might get a technical call if he doesn't watch out, as he's giving the refs a hard time.
Seems like Tye is having quite a problem trying to contain Brendan Mitchell. Brendan's pretty psyched up for this game after not playing much of yesterday's game in foul trouble, so he's returning the favor to his counterpart.
And Mitchell is pulled to the bench. In comes Tommy Conboy. Brendan Mitchell and Chris Tye were exchanging some, I take they were nasty words. Alley-oop inside, and a slam dunk.
There comes the paper, oh my God.
There we go.
While they're cleaning this up, we're going to go back to the station for a 1-minute station break. Oh my God. Who made the first 2 points for Potsdam?
Pony. Can you find out who number 12 is, please? I have
Yes.
no idea.
Yes, I will.
Thanks. We are back at Maxey, and Alfred is on the board with a technical shot from Brian Andrews. And Alfred will get possession of the ball as well. Potsdam fans were warned not to do that, but I guess there was just no holding back that many people.
Well, the referees at least held up their word and did call the technical. The fans should have better judgment than that than to doubt the referee's word.
Here's Andrews to Ambrose. Back to Andrews now, top of the key. Back to Ambrose. Ambrose for a short jumper. That doesn't hit. Rebound to Barry Stanton. Bears really crashing the boards here. Here is Pony Bullock, number 33 for Potsdam. He goes left side to Turner. Back to Bullock. Bullock looking, goes to Turner in the corner. Turner passes across now and it's picked off. Pass intended for Tommy Comboy. It's tipped out of bounds by Mike Wing. Bears will get it back on the sidelines. 17 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the first half. We're just underway, 4-1 Potsdam. Pony Bullock goes to Comboy, right side. And they whip it around the perimeter, top of the key now to Comboy in the opposite corner. Back to Turner. Turner goes to Bullock. Bullock with a short drive, hands off to Turner. Turner from outside, he hits it. And a pushing off foul against Barry Stanton, but I think the basket will count.
Potsdam showing good movement with the ball on offense. They've started to get things going, and Alfred playing very good defense. They've got the zone settled in. You can't do anything about a shot like that. That's what they need.
And these officials are not going to let anything go tonight, it looks like. Half-court pressure from Potsdam, but the Saxons bring it across. Here is Andrews again. Andrews comes down to Burkhart. Cross-court pass to number 14. He rifles inside. Ambrose goes up, misses it. And Troy Turner tried outlet pass. Another shot from Alfred. And they just throw it away. They try to save it off the line.
Potsdam's doing an excellent job of boxing out today. I think Coach Walsh must have said something because they've got 3-4 men down there all the time, and they're doing an excellent job on the offensive boards.
Timmy Harris comes in for Troy Turner, and the Bears are just getting frustrated at the either the lack of calls or the calls themselves. Oh, it's when a game means this much, you better be paying attention to what's going on.
That's right. They may be saying that they're getting the calls pretty tight, but Alfred isn't. But I think it's been called pretty fairly. They're pretty much setting the standards of how the game's going to be run.
Yep. Here's Tommy Comboy after Brendan Mitchell. Back to Bullock. Bullock driving, short jumper. Off, and he hits. Nothing but net there. 8-1 Potsdam. Bears with an early run. 16:39 left first half as they bring it across to Mike Kobus, number 14. Now to Paul Ambrose. Ambrose, top of the key. And they just work it around. They feed inside to number 23. That is Mike Wing. They come back out under pressure to Brian Andrews. Andrews off to Kobus. He comes inside. Now Wing goes up. Doesn't hit. Rebound comes out to Pony Bullock. Bears getting some early breaks. Bullock pulls up for the jumper and hits it. 10-1 Potsdam.
I'm surprised that Potsdam's only putting one man on Mike Wing. He's being left wide open. Go ahead.
Timeout Alfred. We'll be back in 1 minute. Wouldn't want to mess with either of those officials.
I know.
Their book says number 12 is Kobus.
Number 12 is Kobus.
Well, they don't have a 15 out there.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. The Bears with an early run here have taken a 10-1 lead with just about 4 minutes gone here in the first half. Alfred has had their share of bad luck with shots, so most of them have been short and bounced off, but the Bears, like you said before, are boxing out well and picking up some key rebounds and really getting the lead pass out there in a hurry.
Well, like I said before, I was surprised they're only putting one man on Mike Wing. It's been Barry Stanton, but he's done the job so far, and if he can continue to do the job, Alfred's going to have a major problem on their hands.
A foul called on Tommy Conboy for tripping. It kind of looked like Brian Andrews just slipped, but again, we are quite a few more feet away than the official is. So
yeah, he was right on top of it coming up. So, and also I think even if it was close, he wants to call the fouls. He wants the players to know this is not going to be a physical game.
The inbounds pass comes to Mike Wing. Nick Azara bringing it down. Azara goes across to Andrews. Back to Azara. Feed inside for Wing, and it's knocked out of bounds by Barry Stanton, according to the officials. So Alfred will get it back.
John Leonard's just returning to the game for Potsdam. It looks like Barry Stanton's going to take a rest.
We have us a hot and heated game here tonight. Alfred looking to inbounds. Good coverage by Potsdam. 5 seconds called.
Good defense by Potsdam. Pony Bullock, I noticed, was double covering Mike Wing. Every time he goes inside, there's two men that dump on him, and he's not going to get that ball inside.
The Bears drew a couple of 5-second calls last night, and they've started off well here tonight. 10-1 Potsdam, and the Bears on the attack. Bullock, top of the key. Under pressure, he goes left side to Harris. Harris out there for the long shots. Bullock comes across to Tommy Conboy. Conboy goes down into the right corner. Conboy fakes shot, comes back out, back into Conboy. Conboy now from outside, he hits it. Nice shot from Tommy Conboy.
He can shoot that ball, he should shoot it more often.
12-1 Potsdam. Alfred bringing it down. Azara under pressure, finally comes across the timeline. Here's Ambrose driving in, he puts up a short shot. Rebound to John Leonard, the Bears running it in a hurry. 4-on-3. Bullock feeds Conboy. Conboy up 2 points and he's fouled.
What a play. They are running the fast break to perfection. They are really doing a good job, and Alfred's having a hard time getting back, and they're going to have to call a timeout and get something settled. It's a 14-1 right now, and they've got to stop this fast break.
Yeah, if they're going to go anywhere in this game, it's got to be changed. We are just 5 minutes and 1 second into the first half here tonight, and already Potsdam, you got to call it a commanding lead at 14-1. Conboy at the line for the bonus point. Conboy goes up with it. 15-1 Potsdam. Alfred under pressure. They've got him boxed, and a charging foul goes against Azara.
That's a second in a row for him, and you can see the frustration in Alfred. He just tried to bull his way past the trap, and you should never do that. With the trap, there's always one man open, and he was right across the court. They're really getting frustrated, and they need to settle down. They're just not doing what the coach wants them to do.
Don't get us wrong, this game is far from over, but the Bears are looking hot here in the early going. 15-1 Potsdam. Inbounds pass. They work it around. Alley-oop to Brendan Mitchell. He hits it. Just listen to this crowd. You'll know when the Bears score. 17-1 Potsdam. Alfred brings it across to Mike Wing. Down inside to number 43. That is Dave Minnick. They come back outside. Now to Wing. Wing in the corner. Comes back out to Andrews. They go across to Kobus. To Andrews. Andrews puts up an outside shot. That misses. Rebound in the hands of Tommy Conboy. The Bears working again. Driving down. Leonard feeds inside. Is batted around. Brendan Mitchell manages to get a shot off and gets the rebound.
Oh, things are just going Potsdam's way, it seems.
That's how it's going.
When Brendan Mitchell can fall to the ground, stand up, and have the ball pop in his hands, you know something's going on.
Now Harris drives along the baseline. It's tipped out of bounds by number 43, Minnick.
Potsdam
13.
Limbo. Oh,
Okay,
go ahead.
No, I was just telling the time. 13:59 left first half. Inbounds pass comes to Conboy as Bullock just goes over everybody and gets it in play again. 17-1 Potsdam. Conboy, right side. Still with the ball, he'll take another outside jumper. That one doesn't hit, and a big rebound from number 34, Tim Burkhart. Alfred, outlet pass in a hurry. They come down to Wing. Wing tries to feed inside, and a pushing off foul, I guess, against Conboy. That's his second, which is surprising because Tommy Conboy does not get in foul trouble.
No, that's already 2 on him, and I think Mike Wing showing a little bit of frustration there, trying to drive the ball. Alfred's got to call a timeout and get set up. They've got to do something different with their offense because what they're doing isn't working. With the man-to-man, they've got to try to do some pick and running. So I think the coach should let them know what to do and get some picking going at the top of the key so they can get 15-footers. They need someone who can shoot that 15-footer.
Tommy Conboy sits down for Pony Bullock. And here's, just watch. That's all you got to do. Bullock, 2 more.
And Alfred finally calls their timeout.
Timeout, Alfred. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Boy, they're in a lot of problems.
Did they put that on or not? Was it 19 or was it 17?
They just scored again. It's 19-1.
Okay. I didn't remember whether it was 19 already.
Yep, 19. They have not even scored a field goal. This is really incredible.
Wow. Almost 7 minutes into the game. Everything's going our way.
This is incredible. It really is.
Man, if they keep playing like this, there just will be no stopping them. CKN's getting a good view.
Are they up here?
Girls are brave. Back at Maxey Gym, where our score is an amazing 19-1 in favor of the Potsdam Bears. You were just saying Alfred has not scored a field goal in nearly 7 minutes of play.
A major offensive change needs to be done by the Alfred Saxons. I think what the coach is going to tell them is if Potsdam stays in the man-to-man, well, what I want you to do is, like I said before, do that picking up on the foul line. We got to get that 15-footer. If we can't hit the 15-footer, then we shouldn't even be here. They can hit that 15-footer, so they're going to do some picking. Mike Wing's going to get the ball from the top of the key, and he's going to start 15 feet. He's going to start shooting. If they go zone, then they're just going to start shooting.
Alfred will score some points here tonight, no doubt about that. But they have dug themselves a hole early in going, and a broken up pass by John Leonard. Leonard comes down, feeds Mitchell. Mitchell goes in, 2 points, and he's fouled.
Doesn't seem like Potsdam can do any wrong. They're overplaying on defense, and they're getting away with it. And even the teams that Potsdam's played early in the year would take advantage of Potsdam's overplaying.
All right, Brendan Mitchell is down on the floor, maybe an ankle injury or knee injury. Let's hope it's not too bad. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This is the kind of game.
Don't need to lose him.
No.
He's up.
Oh, he's hurt.
He's hurt. Brendan Mitchell is walking it off, so apparently it's not too bad, and that is very good and a very big sigh of relief.
Looks like he hurt his left knee. He was holding it when he stood up, but he walked off by himself, so there should be no problems.
Barry Stanton will take the bonus point attempt for Mitchell. Mitchell was fouled as he went in and scored 21-1. I don't think we've seen an early run like this since the first game of the season against Ottawa University.
And Alfred's definitely a better caliber team than Ottawa.
They are.
It's really amazing. Potsdam, like I said, they just can't seem to do any wrong, and Alfred has got to call another timeout. They've got to set something up. Potsdam's playing a zone. They're overplaying the zone. It's more like a man-to-man type of zone. They're just coming out and playing whoever's got the ball. And they got to get that ball around, pass it around, and get the 15-footer.
Barry Stanton hits it. It's 22-1. Alfred comes in. No basket, but there is a foul on the play against the Bears. The winner of this game will play either Franklin and Marshall or Susquehanna, whoever wins the Mid-Atlantic Regional. And like we mentioned earlier on the pregame show, if you missed it, some key teams are out of the tournament, including defending national champion North Park. They were beat last night by 3. Clark is out, Scranton is out, Wisconsin Whitewater is out. And Alfred, again, can get nowhere. What's the call here? All right, Pony Bullock trying to get control of it and ends up carrying it. 22-1 Potsdam. And Alfred's, let's see if they can do anything this time. Here comes Andrews. Andrews comes down to Kovas. Kovas back to Andrews. Andrews works to his left now. Into number 31. He puts a short drive. Now they go, and it's picked off again. Block shot. Outlet pass is short, but it's picked up by the Bears. Nice rifle in there to Baviarts. He slows it down for Stanton. Here's Barry Stanton. Comes back to Pony Bullock. They work it around. Troy Turner back to Baviarts again. Baviarts to Bullock. Bears just whittling down a few seconds off the clock, looking for the right shot. Turner now goes to Baviarts. Baviarts is open. He feeds Barry Stanton. Stanton tries to go up with a shot, and it's taken out of his hands. So Alfred, with a couple of good defensive plays, they get the ball back again. Here is Andrews. And we've just been informed that Brendan Mitchell has gone to the locker room. So they'll look at what looks like his knee. Hopefully the injury not too bad. It can't be incredibly bad because he walked over to the bench on his own power. There's a shot, and that doesn't hit for Alfred. Outlet pass comes to Pony Bullock. Leonard drives baseline. He has it picked out of his hands, knocked out of bounds. The Bears will get it back.
The referee just blew the whistle a couple seconds ago and told the Alfred bench to sit down. It seems they were getting a little raucous on the sidelines, and they've been told to sit down and be quiet.
They have to be frustrated here. Now, here is Pony Bullock for the Bears calling the play. Bullock works left side. Now he goes to right. Now to Steve Baviarts. Baviarts fakes, comes to Bullock. Bullock from outside. He hits.
Falling down.
24-1, Potsdam. Alfred brings it down. Here's Kovas. Kovas across to Andrews. Andrews driving down his right side as John Leonard watches him. Alfred in motion. They go to Burkhart. Burkhart tries to feed it inside. It's picked off, and the Bears outlet pass comes down. Oh, Leonard almost gets a hold of it. He finally does. Turnaround jumper. Doesn't hit. Rebound comes down. Now, I guess you can't have too many of those miracle plays in one game. Alfred brings it back again. Alfred still looking for their first field goal. Andrews off to wing. They go to number 12. That is Mike Kovas. Now Andrews from outside. He finally hits. And the entire crowd stands up. That's a standing ovation. Alfred finally hits from the field. It is 24-3 Potsdam. Timmy Harris will come in, as will Drew Gregoire. The next whistle, Leonard off the glass, 2 more. John Leonard, after a very slow start, he went 0 for 9 in the first half last night, is playing well tonight. Alfred brings it down. Good coverage by Baviarts. Andrews brings it across. Andrews double teamed, and it comes out. Pony Bullock, watch this one. No doubt about that. A nice outlet pass from Baviarts. Now Alfred finds a little room. They bring it down. Nice feed inside to Wing. Wing bobbles and finally goes up and just banks it off the glass. No coverage there from Potsdam. 28-5 is our score, with 9:25 left in the first half. Our statistician has informed us that it took Alfred 9 minutes and 40 seconds to score their first field goal. That is defense for you.
You can say that again, and Potsdam just looks incredibly well tonight. Everything that I said that they weren't doing well last night, they seem to be doing fine tonight. They're boxing out really well. On offense, they're moving that ball around, and actually they're not even really playing their offense that much because most of the baskets are coming on fast breaks. Alfred is really struggling, and they're confused, and they don't know what to do about it.
Gregoire and Harris in the game now for Potsdam. Timmy Harris with the ball, comes back to Gregoire, top of the key. Gregoire to his left to Baviards. Back to Barry Stent. Now Troy Turner goes from outside, doesn't hit. The rebound comes down, good coverage inside by Alfred. A nice pull down by Mike Wing. Now here is Andrews. Andrews working against Gregoire, comes to Wing. Wing looks. Goes back outside to Andrews. Andrews rifles around for Azara. Azara feeds Andrews. Andrews decides to come back out, and traveling is called. There's either going to be traveling or a foul against Gregoire, and Potsdam gets the break.
I didn't see the foul on Gregoire. I also didn't see the traveling. But like I said, like you say, the referee's right on top of it, and we're way up here, so.
Potsdam leads by 23 points. 28-5 is our score. Troy Turner to Gregoire. Gregoire across Baviards from outside. He hits. What a nice soft touch he has.
Mitchell's coming back into the game, and his knee is bandaged, but he looks like he's ready to play, so that's good news for the Potsdam fans.
Very good news. 30-5. Here is Azara. Azara feeds Ambrose. Ambrose turnaround jumper doesn't hit. Rebound comes down. Alfred can't hit the basket. Held it past to Gregoire. He gets out of traffic and brings it down. Gregoire looks, comes to Troy Turner. Turner looks to drive baseline, and Alfred really coming out on defense now. They have to do that. But they're going to get back into this game. Cross-court pass to Baviards. Baviards from outside, left side now. That rolls in and out. Turner goes up. He's called for traveling.
There's nothing he could do about that. That was a spectacular rebound, but he was way off balance, and he just had to shuffle his feet to get from falling down.
Brendan Mitchell is back into the game. With our score at 30-5, we're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more. We're back where the Bears have just broken up another Alfred drive, taking it down. A nice pass 2-on-1 for Potsdam. Mitchell to Baviards, and it's 32-5. Here is Andrews now for the Saxons. Andrews driving against Baviards. Tries feet underneath. They get it to Mike Wing, and a nice drive. And a nice lay-in off the glass, 32-7. Gregoire brings down for the Bears. Left side, Turner. Back to Gregoire. To Turner in the corner. Turner looking for somewhere to go, comes back out. Mitchell from outside now. That one misses, and a rebound hauled down by number 43, Dave Minnick. Alfred brings it down in a hurry. Andrews with an outside shot. That doesn't hit. Rebound comes out to Potsdam. Turner on the drive. Turner under pressure. He goes off to Gregoire. Gregoire short jumper doesn't hit. Rebound doesn't hit. And another one. Finally, Troy Turner picks it up. Bears are just crashing in there like crazy.
They're really hitting the boards very well, and I think when we get the halftime stats, we'll see that they're leading and rebounding by an incredible margin.
6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first half. Here's Azara to Andrews. Andrews goes to Ambrose. Ambrose holds up for Azara. Azara feeds Wing. Under pressure, triple teamed, and the Bears come out with it. Here's Baviards. Baviards driving. Baviards slows up and tries to get the pass off, and Alfred comes up with it, but they end up throwing it away. You wouldn't really, you wouldn't really know it by the score, but it really is an exciting game.
Potsdam's still fast breaking, and except for when the last time down on offense, they've really had a lot of enthusiasm. The last time down, I noticed that not many people were moving around. They're kind of just hanging out and waiting for the shot. But for the most part, they're running and they're staying with it, and I don't think they want to let up. They got a 27-point lead, but it's still the first half, and we can't count Alfred out by any means.
Bears cannot stop playing here because they have to play from now until the end of their season. And there's a turnover. Ambrose bringing it down. They come back out to Azara. Azara, top of the key, hands to Andrews. Andrews looks, goes right side to Azara. Azara, nice feed inside, and they throw it away. Dave Minnick tried to feed Ambrose.
Alfred seems reluctant to take an outside shot, and I don't know if that's because they don't have a shooter or they're just afraid and they'd rather get the ball inside. It's obvious that their inside game isn't working, and they've really got to take those outside shots.
Chris Ty back in the game now to put a little height in there for the Saxons. Here's an outside shot from Harris. 2 more, 36-7. And the Bears continue to build a lead. Just over 5 minutes left in the first half. Bears are rolling. Here now is Ty, Chris Ty, number 52. Ty comes back out to Andrews under pressure. Andrews working off the right side to Azara, top of the key. Azara looking to drive. He puts the desperation shot up. Good rebound there. And a foul against Timmy Harris is called.
Both teams are playing a pretty much clean game, except for at the very beginning when Alfred got called for quite a few. But the refs are still calling them very tightly. Timmy Harris just barely touched him on the arm and got called for the foul. It's a good call by the refs if they want to keep the game tight. But I don't think Potsdam or Alfred's used to that kind of treatment.
Alfred has 7 fouls and the Bears with 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more from Maxie.
Oh, my mouth is dry.
I know. Alfred just cannot buy a basket. Number 43, Dave Minnick, missed his first shot. And then Ambrose committed a lane violation and negated the second shot that was already in the basket. It is up on the board. You're right.
That'll be taken care of. I think that's what they're doing right now. I really am surprised by the fact that Alfred has not taken another timeout and try to get things started. They're down by 28 points, and although they can't be counted out, they got to do something. And if they keep doing what they're doing, that's not gonna do it.
Comboy to Mitchell, back out to Comboy. Now to Brendan Mitchell, they work the perimeter. Comboy in the corner, fakes the shot, comes back to Brendan, off to Pony Bullock. And the point has been taken off the scoreboard. Potsdam by 29 points. And some of the best defense they have played all year, no doubt. Mitchell is fouled from behind by Andrews.
That's the 7th foul for Alfred, so now Potsdam will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And Alfred's fouls are just 3 people wide, so there's 3 people with foul trouble and everyone else is clean. Potsdam side, there's 5 players with a foul each, so there's no problem foul-wise for Potsdam.
An incredible display here from the Bears. Brendan Mitchell at the line for the front end of 1-and-1. Doesn't hit. Rebound batted around. It comes down. Pony Bullock. I don't know how he did it. It's like he cut a laser beam through everybody that was down there in the lane. Comes back out to Brendan Mitchell. Passes off to Harris. Harris hits for 2 more. 38-7. Potsdam by 31 points. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left, first half. Here is Azara. He comes down to Ty. Ty back to number 14, Azara. Goes across to Andrews. Andrews, short drive. Feeds Wing. Wing doesn't hit. Just rolls out for him. And Wing is called for the foul. I believe that is his 3rd.
Oh, they're going to call a technical foul. There must have been some harsh words said by the Alfred team because first Timmy Harris made the T sign and then the referee.
And Tommy Comboy was making it as well. I think they kind of knew that was coming. 38-7 Potsdam. The Bears just really having their way here in the first half.
In the first game that Potsdam played this year against Ottawa scored 14 points in the first half, and Alfred has 7 right now with only 3.5 minutes left. So it looks like Potsdam's going to have, if you want to call it a record, for the least amount of points allowed in a half.
Barry Stanton hits the technical. Hits the first technical. Stanton goes again. That one bounces off. But hey, that's okay.
No one seems to be complaining.
Now Conboy goes to the line.
Must have been a double technical.
At least a double technical.
Oh,
Okay.
Stanton's, there was a foul committed, and Stanton
Okay.
will shoot the foul shot, and Conboy
Before
shot
the
the
technical. And
technical
Conboy
shot.
gets the roll and hits the technical. If you can believe the score, that's what it is, 40-7. Still 3.5 minutes left in the first half. And the Bears drive again. Pony Bullock. Bullock to Harris, left side, back to Bullock. Bullock, short drive, rifles it right side to Babiarts. And Ambrose gets a hand on it on the pass and knocks it out of bounds. And yeah, coach telling Steve, take it easy on those long passes. Bears back with it again. Harris looks along the baseline, goes across to Babiarts now. Harris comes to the opposite corner, long jumper, and that hits.
Harris has got such a nice touch from outside.
The Bears can get you from anywhere, and that's what they're doing here tonight. 42-7, just under 3 minutes left in the first half. Behind the back pass to Andrews. Andrews with a nice feed in there to Minnick. And the rebound comes down, batted around, and jump ball is called. That'll go to Nazareth. There's a break in the action. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Taking it.
We are back at Maxey Gymnasium. Our score at 42-7. Brendan Mitchell has just committed a foul. That is just his first foul on the night.
7 for Potsdam, though, so now Alfred is going to shoot 1-and-1s.
He's shooting 2 fouls here. And Ambrose hits the first. Let's see if Alfred can go up to double digits for the half's over. Ambrose for his second shot. Lines it up, puts it up, and he hits that one, 42-9. The Bears bring it out quickly. Pony Bullock running down, left side. Bullock goes to Babiarts. Babiarts with a baseline drive, finds no room, comes back outside. And now here's Troy Turner from the corner. Rebound, tipped around, and it's tipped in by Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell was the one to touch it last, 44-9. Andrews to Ambrose, block shot by John Leonard.
And Mike Wing will come back in. A frustrated Mike Wing. He's only got 4 points, and that's quite the difference from a 36-point
That's almost
effort.
50% of his team's output, though.
Yeah.
You know, they have to be frustrated. I really, do feel sorry for a team to be down by this much in a championship game.
They're not playing terrible. They're not playing bad
No,
at
they're
all.
not.
Potsdam is very aggressive, and they're just taking the game away from Alfred.
Andrews with a drive. A nice pass underneath to number 34, Burkhart. And the scoring margin is now 4-1 for Potsdam. 44-11 is our score. The ratio, I should have said, not the margin. Babiarts now, back to Bullock. They work the perimeter. Bullock comes to Babiarts. Babiarts from outside. That doesn't hit. Rebound comes down and hauled down nicely by Mike Wing. Now here is Azara, number 14, working against Babiarts. Azara slows it up and hands off to Andrews. Andrews on his right to Azara. Azara goes to Ty. Ty, a short jumper, and he hits that one. And Alfred has scored 4 straight. 44-13 Potsdam. With just over a minute left here in the first half. Pony Bullock. Bullock going down to his left. to Babiarts. Babiarts across to Turner. Back to Bullock. They just go around and around with it. Pony Bullock, number 33. Babiarts in the corner, feet inside. Mitchell turn around, jumper doesn't hit. Air ball there. Mitchell, I think, was off balance. And they bring it down to Chris Ty, knocked out of bounds by Babiarts.
Good hustle by Steve Babiards. That's typical of the type of play he's had all year. He makes quality time of the minutes that he's in the game.
Just 36 seconds left here in the first half. Alley-oop play doesn't go for Alfred. The Bears bring it down. 3-on-2 if they hurry. They try to feed inside. And it's knocked out of bounds, probably by Pony Bullock.
Little shake and bake there on the way down.
Yeah, trying to get a little too fancy with it. But with a 44-13 lead and 30 seconds left in the half, I guess you're allowed to experiment a little.
I don't know if the coach will agree with you.
No, I don't think he will, but there's a nice shot from the top of the key from Tim Burkhart, 44-15. And the coach calling for one shot. Clock down to 10 seconds. Almost picked off by Ty. Bullock drives, puts it up off the glass and into the hands, but the outlet pass doesn't hit. Troy Turner at the buzzer doesn't hit. But the Potsdam Bears, with an incredible early run, have taken a 44-15 lead at the half. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
It's okay.
I was just caught.
It's okay.
The words were already halfway there. Half, well, not for the second half yet, still about 13 minutes to go. A very entertaining halftime show here from a couple of youngsters, and one in particular, just a real little guy, but man, I think he's hit more baskets than, he's hit almost as many as he's attempted, and he stands quite a few feet below that rim.
Star of tomorrow, I think Jerry Welch is watching with anticipation.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep in touch with this guy.
I think Darren wants us to move on, so we'll go on to the first half stats. For Alfred, they scored 15 points, so they did beat the record, so-called record held by Ottawa with only they had 14 points in the first. So Alfred does not have that dubious honor, but the scoring honors for Alfred, there really isn't any. Mike Wing has 4 points, and so does number 34, Tim Burkhart. They both have 4 points, and that's leading Alfred. For Potsdam, Pony Bullock's got 12 points, and Tommy Conboy, Timmy Harris, and Brendan Mitchell all have 6. Troy Turner and Steve Babiards with 4, and John Leonard for 2, and that winds down Potsdam scoring. There's really not much we can say about the game at this point. I don't know what Alfred's thinking about doing for the next half, but whatever they do, they've got to make some kind of drastic change. I know Potsdam's not going to change a thing. I mean, you're winning by 30 points. You don't change anything. And the coach is going to tell them that. The only problem they might have is a letdown, from just playing so well and winning by so much. They may just let down a little bit, and Alfred, as we know, can creep very back into a game as they did yesterday versus Nazareth. I think Nazareth ran into the same problem where they kind of let up a little bit, and Alfred just zipped ahead and won by 2 points.
It looked like the Bears maybe let down a little bit in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes of play. Alfred, with 4 straight points, 6 straight points maybe. But, when you're up by that margin, it must be hard for the Potsdam players to keep that tenacity,
I think one of the things that Coach Welch is going to tell them when they get in the locker room is they're going to say, listen, there's no losing now. You win again, you're in the quarterfinals. If you blow this, then you're out, and that's all there is to it. Beforehand, in the regular season, if they lost or if they let down a little bit, it was okay because, there was never, they could lose a game, although I know they didn't want to, but there was not as much pressure as there is in this game tonight. I think if they start letting down, the coach is going to be just as mad if they let down and win by 20. I think he's going to want them to keep the score up.
Yeah. I think they have to. I think they have to carry any momentum that they get going. They've got a lot going right now. They have to carry it into their next game. They have to carry it until the end of the season, wherever it may come. I was reading one article in one of the local papers saying that, an undefeated season, SUNYAC champs, it's great, but it won't mean a thing to these players if they don't make it out to Michigan.
That's right, and there's another added pressure for them. just like it's kind of comparable to the Miami Dolphins when they went undefeated. Not only did they have to win in the playoffs to stay alive, but they had a lot of pressure keeping that undefeated record intact. And they want to do it in impressive style, and that's the way Potsdam wants to go. They want to go all the way, and they want to do it in impressive style to silence all the critics and also to satisfy themselves. And tonight they're doing just that.
Like we mentioned before, some of the key teams in Division III are out of the playoffs as of the first round of the other regionals last night. Looking down the list here, Wittenberg is out. Scranton is gone. Washington of Maryland is gone. Wisconsin Whitewater is out. Defending national champion North Park is out of the tournament. And the Bears are breathing a sigh of relief over that one. I'm probably pretty excited about that. Western Connecticut State is gone. Clark, Massachusetts, a highly touted team here in the East. They are out of it. They lost last night. Roanoke, Trenton State, Christopher Newport, and John Carroll, all the other teams that are gone from this tournament. And of course, along with Nazareth and NYU. An exciting game here tonight, and the Bears, I think they must be breathing a little easier now. I don't know if they knew what kind of game exactly to expect from this Alfred team. Because Alfred was so emotionally charged after last night's win, and they were playing well. They fought all the way through the game, fought from a deficit, and came back and won the thing.
Last night, Alfred, the thing that really impressed me, is I have it circled here, is the fact that they had 20 turnovers. Nazareth had 20 turnovers, and Alfred seemed to capitalize on every single one of them. They're a very opportunistic team. They don't let very many opportunities go to waste. And tonight, they're not getting the opportunities. Potsdam is not turning over the ball. They're not making very many sloppy plays, and the only time that they are getting the ball is on a missed shot, or when they make it, they're taking it out of bounds. Potsdam is playing pretty much error-free ball, and there's not much that Alfred can do about it. If they can't capitalize on Potsdam's mistakes, then they're going to have to find some way to make their own plays. They're going to have to make their own shots. They're going to have to create the 15-footer. They're going to have to create the layup under the basket, and that's the only way they're going to get back into this game.
Well, we are about 7 minutes away from the start of the second half. We are going to now take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back. A couple of high school scores from today in hockey. The Section 10 championship games were played, and a couple of very close games. Messina won the A Division championship over Potsdam. Final score there 4-3, and a disappointing season ender for the Salmon River Shamrocks as they lose to St. John's of Plattsburgh in overtime 5-4. I'm sure though that the Shamrocks will get an at-large bid for the State Division II tournament. So there will be 2 Section 10 squads representing Division II in the state playoffs. Back here we are doing college basketball, and college basketball at its finest. There's no doubt this is just as exciting, if not more, than any Division II or Division I contest you can see.
Also the fact that coming from Syracuse, I go to see quite a bit of the Syracuse University games and the Carrier Dome, of course, which is quite the size of this. However, you get more of a homey feeling, and Potsdam definitely has a bigger home court advantage because the fans are right on top of the court, and they are so much a part of the game. And in Division III, I think that's something that Division I lacks, is the home court advantage nowadays. The stadiums are so big that you really don't have that type of advantage. And the fans here are really into the team and really get them psyched when they're down, and I think they've been a big factor in this weekend's play.
Well, the teams have come out and warmed up and have returned to their benches. And before we get to the second half tip-off, or not, it won't be a tip-off, it'll be an inbounds play. It'll be in favor of the Bears, I believe.
I think the Bears got the first tip-off last time, so it'll be Alfred's ball. It goes by the opening.
Okay, we'll find out. We will find out in 30 seconds.
The arrow's pointing Alfred's way. Oh, I see. What?
Didn't we have a pilot down here underneath? We get jump ball. Remember Brent?
Don't they do it where whoever got the tip off at the beginning of the first half?
No, it alternates. Whatever.
Oh, I was on, okay.
Yeah, there's a jump ball.
Okay.
Back at Maxey. Halftime score, Potsdam 44 and Alfred 15. It took Alfred 9 minutes and 40 seconds to score their first field goal. In fact, their opening point came on a technical against Potsdam because the fans threw out a little too much confetti and toilet paper and paper airplanes and all that sort of stuff.
Well, it was really pretty to watch, but
no great loss. Teams are back out on the court now. Warren A. Potter along with Scott Barnett, our statistician and director Darren Mott, and studio technician James Boyd. And we're just about set to start our second half. A reminder, and we thank our sponsors of tonight's games, Maxfield's, the Isle of View, Alger's Pub, the Hi-Fi Shop, Golden Comb, and the Boiler Room, all in downtown Potsdam, and proud to be bringing you Potsdam Bears basketball on WRPS. Action is underway. The Bears working toward our end this time. Pony Bullock to John Leonard. Leonard, nice feed inside to Barry Stanton. He goes up and is hit. Rebound is tipped in. 2 more points for Potsdam. Under pressure, and it's just tipped out by Troy Turner, who was really flying around down there. I think what you said, the coach was going to tell them, I think he told them, don't let up now. Just go out there. It doesn't matter, it's not important that you gain any more respect from Alfred by keeping it to within 30 or 40 points. If you can do more, go out and do it. Alfred hits on a short drive off the glass, 46-17 our score, 19 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second half. Troy Turner feeds Pony Bullock. Bullock working against Kobus. Now Bullock to Stan. Off to Troy Turner. Turner across to John Leonard. Leonard goes to Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell bobbles but comes back out with it. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Now here's Pony Bullock. He moves to Troy Turner. Turner fakes, goes to Leonard. Leonard, a short drive. Short jumper, that is off. Rebound comes down, hauled down nicely by Mike Wing. He goes to Andrews. Alfred, they try to get a pass off in the corner. That must have been picked off by one of the Bears.
Still playing very tight defense, and Alfred's come out in the zone press, and Potsdam doesn't seem to be having any trouble with it. Alfred has not changed a thing from the first half, and that's really perplexing me. I don't understand why.
They put up a long one from outside, and Brendan Mitchell boxed out nicely, and is right there for the rebound. Quick outlet pass. Bullock underneath, and looked like he was fouled out there, but no foul is called. The ball comes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bears. Bullock inbounds from underneath, calling in motion. He goes to Troy Turner. Turner left all alone, hits from outside. 2 more. 48-17. A 31-point lead for Potsdam. Triple teaming against Kobus, rather. I'll get it right. Chris Ty pushes in there for 2 points. As Troy Turner goes down, 48-19. Pony Bullock. And he is fouled by number 12, Mike Kobus.
Alfred's putting a very light press on Potsdam on the inbounds on that one. Kobus is just covering Bullock on the way up. I don't think that's the thing they want to do. They don't want to get in a running game. They don't want to give Potsdam a chance to beat them, 5-on-4 or whatever. They want to settle back in the zone, and they want to keep Potsdam on offense, because when they're not on offense, they're running, and they don't want Potsdam to run.
They might not be able to make it back into this game, back within reach, but they are going to play certainly for respect. Troy Turner from outside. He hits another one. Turner is hot tonight. 50-19. We are 2.5 minutes into the second half. Andrews goes across to Kobus. They're just passing their way down there now. They go back across to Andrews. Andrews fakes, drives, looks for the shot, and they come across to Mike Wing, number 23. He goes to Ty, back out to Andrews. Andrews looking now. Andrews right side to Ty, to Andrews. Andrews fires one up from outside. That bounces off of Brendan Mitchell with a big rebound. He is fouled by Chris Ty.
That's going to be number 4 on Chris. That was a good play by him. He grabbed the ball right away from Brennan, but also slapped his arm on the process.
Our score at Potsdam 50 and Alfred 19.
We're sorry for any noise you're getting while we're talking. I get excited when I talk and I pound my hand on the desk. So if you're hearing any pounding noises, that's me.
Tony Bullock brings it down for the Potsdam Bears. Bullock goes to Turner. Turner, head faking. And a charge called on Bullock as he tried to move against Kobus. And they'll turn it around. That's only Pony's first, I believe.
That is his first foul. That was a touch foul, too.
None of the Bears in foul trouble, unlike last night when Brendan Mitchell and John Leonard were both playing in late in the second half with 4 fouls. Almost picked off by Bullock on the pass. Kobus brings it down. Nice feed underneath. Short baseline jumper, and that hits. Nice shot there from Tim Burkhart. Bears bring it right back down. Troy Turner. Turner to Leonard in the corner. Back out to Bullock. Bullock takes a shot, slows it down. Bullock to Turner, right side. Back to Bullock, top of the key, short drive, and a jumper. That bounces off, and a rebound comes down to number 31. That is Jim Stremick. He's in the game for the first time here tonight. Now here's Kobus. Kobus driving, comes back out, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll turn over to the Bears.
Potsdam with a 29-point lead right now, and things are staying pretty constant. Potsdam has started to give up a little bit. They're slowing down. I think the coach pretty soon is going to start putting in some fresh people who want to play, you know, and they're going to want to do stuff to keep the momentum going.
We've
But
pretty much been trading baskets here in the first half.
Yeah, Alfred isn't doing a thing to change, and I really can't understand that. They're not going to get back by doing the things that got them so far behind in the first half.
Tommy Conboy back in the game for Potsdam. Conboy fakes the shot, comes back out to Bullock. They work it around to Turner. Turner drives baseline, tries to feed Conboy, comes out to Bullock. His short jumper hits for 2 more. The lead back up to 31 points, 52-21. 15 and a half minutes left, second half. Kobus drive, short jumper, he hits. Nice drive under pressure there from Kobus. The Bears bring it back out. Coach Jerry Welsh talks in some instructions to Troy Turner. Now Barry Stanton feeds Turner. Turner across to Bullock. Bullock to Conboy in the corner. Conboy to Bullock. Movement on the Bears' part. Feeds Stanton inside. Stanton triple teamed. He goes up and is fouled.
Good movement by the Potsdam Bears on offense. Maybe they're trying to get something going, or at least just slowing it down, try to eat some time off the clock. Either way, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
A break in the action. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Back at Maxey. Barry Stanton missed both foul shots. And Alfred brings it down, but it's stolen by Stanton. Takes care of that turnover. A nice feed into Troy Turner. Turner goes up an easy 2.
Nice transition by Potsdam. Their fast break is really working tonight.
Potsdam letting up a little on the full court pressure now, keeping it to about half court. And a foul underneath as Alfred goes in and scores 2 more. 54-25 is the score, 14 and a half minutes left, second half.
Mike Wing has been held to 6 points, and that is really an incredible statistic considering he did score 36 for Nazareth last night. He is their offensive spark, and when you can hold someone like that down to 6 points, you know your defense is doing the job.
At the line is number 23, Mike Wing, one of the leaders, junior 6'6" center forward from Brooklyn. Wing's shot is up and bounces off. Rebound comes down to Alfred. They put up another shot, bounces off. Rebound again to Alfred, but it's broken up now by the Bears. Babiarts breaks out and slows it down as there were quite a few purple jersey men working their way down. Babiarts now in the corner, comes across to Timmy Harris. Harris has it stripped out of his hands, and here's Wing. Wing goes up against Comboy, and a foul called on Timmy Harris. Can't believe it.
Steve Babiarts is still making some freshman mistakes, like the pass cross court, which you should never do on a zone press. But he is making some smart moves too. On the fast break, he decided to slow it up because it was a 1-on-3. So it's good to see that the freshman is getting some playing time, and he's also learning, and he'll be a big factor when he comes back next year.
Mike Wing at the line once again. First shot is up and good. 3 fouls per team here in the second half. Wing lines up his second shot. Puts it up, and that is good. 54-27. And Alfred is outscoring the Bears here in the last couple minutes or so. Timmy Harris comes underneath of Brendan Mitchell, who was a little bit out of position, not with good enough position to move with it. Now here's Harris. Harris with an outside jumper. That bounces off. Rebound down to Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell, baseline jumper. That misses. And all of a sudden, the Bears are going a little bit cold. Alfred brings it down. Nice feed underneath. Backhander off the glass. Nice shot there from Tim Burkhart. And Coach Jerry Welsh can't be too happy with this. Granted, the Bears have a 25-point plus lead. But all the same, Alfred is really taking it to him here in the second half. Harris, outsider, that doesn't hit. Rebound comes down to John Leonard. He is fouled by number 11, Brian Andrews, I believe.
Potsdam has stopped boxing out on defense. One of the reasons they are only up by 25. I say only up. They were up by 35 at one point. They're not boxing out anymore, and they're starting to get a little sloppy, and I think the coach is going to start doing something about it pretty soon if they keep it up.
Inbounds pass rifled around. Feed into John Leonard. Leonard is bumped off it, and here comes Andrews driving for the Saxons. Andrews pulls up, short jumper, he hits. 54-31. The Potsdam lead is down to 23 points. And a wise timeout called by Coach Jerry Welsh. Doesn't want to throw this one away. A break in the action. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
How come we're not getting any program feed? What's that?
That's why we're not.
All right.
That's why we're not getting program feed.
Ask him what number he's up to.
What?
Ask him what he's up to. What number?
What number are you up to, Jamie? Jamie.
Back to live action here. The Bears coming off a timeout. Let's see if they do anything differently. Here is Babiarts. Babiarts to Stanton. Off to Tommy Comboy from outside. That bounces off. Rebound comes down once again to Mike Wing of the Saxons.
Oh, he traveled, but the ref didn't see it.
Now here is Azara. Nick Azara. And there's a shot from the Saxons. Rebound rolls off and it'll stay with Alfred. Huh. That's an interesting call. Looked like he touched that on the way out.
Yeah, it did. And also, the Alfred, I don't know which one he was, but he went diving after the ball like he was sure it was off him.
Here's Andrews for Alfred. Potsdam by 23 points. And a traveling call against Ambrose. They can't afford to do any of that. At this point in the game, 12 minutes, 22 seconds left, second half. Pony Bullock brings it down for the Bears. Now to Barry Stanton. Goes to Harris. They work it around. Bullock to Harris again. Harris drives baseline, beats Bullock. Shot doesn't count. We have a pushing off foul, or 3 seconds, I guess. Okay. Against Barry Stanton.
Potsdam getting extremely sloppy. The only thing that's keeping them up by so much is the fact that Alfred's been sloppy also.
The Bears have only scored 10 points here in the half. And yes, that is sloppy play on their part. Ambrose goes back out to Wing. Wing drives baseline, puts up a short jumper. That doesn't hit. John Leonard there for the rebound. The outlet pass comes out. Harris brings it down. A feed across, and it will stay with the Bears as it's knocked out of bounds by Alfred.
Trying to speed up the game a little bit with a fast break, puts a spark in, and the crowd's even quieted down. There's nothing to be excited about this half.
Not when your team's only scored 10 points in the first 8 minutes. Here's Conboy. He's being double teamed. Come back out to Bullock. Alfred playing some pretty good defense here right now. Harris back to Bullock, top of the key, around to Conboy. Inside to Stanton, and it's stripped from his hands. No foul called as Andrews brings it down for the Saxons. Andrews, nice feed to Ambrose. Oh, and John Leonard called on the block.
Tough call, but the ref was right on it. Alfred, if they start pushing the ball up, I don't know, this could work for them or against them. If they started a running game, it could work against them in the fact that Potsdam could start running too, and then they'd really bury them. Although another thing that could happen is they could start running and keep playing that tough defense and get, like I said, capitalize on those turnovers, and they'll be right back in this game.
And a foul goes against Barry Stanton on the no, it won't be against Stanton. A clearing out foul against Alfred. That is on Mike Wing, number 23. So let's see what the Bears can do here. We're down to 11:10 left on the clock. And like I said, the Bears have only scored 10 points in this half. Still plenty of time yet for both teams. Bullock brings it down. Bears with a 23-point lead at 54-31. Timmy Harris. Harris, number 23, under pressure, goes to Bullock, now to Harris. Harris down in the corner, and his pass is knocked off, out of bounds.
Potsdam not getting any movement in their offense at all, and that's really hurting them. They could get a lot of, you've seen Alfred, oh, the wave. That's
Got a wave
the
going
worst
here
one-sided wave I've ever seen. But anyway, Alfred is not putting anybody down in the lane here, and they could get a lot of layups if they would start moving around, but they're just kind of standing still.
Bears aren't moving well at this point. Turner looking. He comes back to Bullock. Bullock fakes the outside jumper. Comes to Harris. Now to Turner. Turner from outside. And Bears finally get going again. 56-31 is our score. As Andrews brings it down. Now they go off to Kobus. Kobus going all the way in there. He feeds number 31. They come back outside. Shot up off the glass, doesn't hit. And a foul on the rebound against Troy Turner.
Alfred really pushing the ball up and trying to get some action going. They're doing a good job of it, but they're also getting sloppy on the way down. They have to have a controlled fast break. They can't do anything sloppy, and they've got to stop making these silly mistakes like committing a foul on the inbounds or traveling like I think number 43 just did, but the refs missed it. They got to play smart ball.
Andrews now with the ball for the Saxons. Andrews brings it back out. He goes down into the corner, and Troy Turner gets a hand on that, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Alfred. Our score at 56-31, Potsdam in the lead. Here is Andrews once again. Andrews into Ambrose. Ambrose drives, puts up a short jumper and hits. 56-33. Bullock brings it down for the Bears. Bullock now to Harris. Harris holds up, goes back to Bullock, and a whistle. Pushing foul underneath against Alfred.
We'll go back to the station for a 30-second station break. We'll be right back. We got to go back a few more times because he's behind.
Back here at Maxey, John Leonard just took a pass on the inbounds play, put it up, and it was fouled, and the shot dropped. So he goes for the bonus point here. Leonard at the line, puts it up and bounces off. The rebound batted around, comes down to Kobus of Alfred. Kobus driving right side under pressure. Comes around to center now, finds a hole in the lane, drives through and misses. Rebound goes around. Who has it? Barry Stanton. And a foul is called against Alfred.
Kobus is playing just a little bit out of control. He's got to slow down a bit. He got down all the way, got trapped, somehow got out of the trap, drove down, found an opening in the lane, and although there was an opening, he was so off balance that he took an off-balance shot, and what was a typical layup turned out to be a twisting, turning, diving, throwing the ball behind his back almost.
And speaking of twisting and turning, it looks like Kobus is limping a little bit as he walked back down here. Nothing major. Barry Stanton at the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. It's up and good, 59-33.
Barry Stanton is probably the player that I've seen with the most improvement foul shooting wise on the team. He's really done, especially tonight, a very good job shooting.
Stanton looking for the second shot here. Puts it up, and that one's good. Nothing but net there, 60-33. Long bomb goes down, and an easy 2 points there for Alfred. Number 31, Jim Stremick, picked up a nice pass, and it's 60-35. A foul called against Kobus. And Timmy Harris will go to the line for Potsdam.
This game has sort of fallen into a lull, and it's just basically trading basket for basket, you know, taking their time. I can't express my disbelief enough for the fact that Alfred is not pushing the ball up and trying to do something unusual even to try to get back in the game. They're just content to trade baskets.
I can't believe that Potsdam is not having a very good half here. If they're going to pull away with this game, and they're going to pull away from Alfred even more, they've got to do it now. They have to have good momentum going into their next game.
No matter how good a team is, you can always expect a letdown when you're winning by so much, especially after such an awesome first half is what they had. However, I agree with what you said. They do have to do something spectacular, like steal the ball and drive him for a layup like Timmy Harris just did.
Timmy Harris missed his second foul shot and made up for it and more by picking off a pass and coming right back down for 2 points. Here's an outside shot, and that is good. Nice shot there from Burkhardt. 63-37 Potsdam. 8:46 and counting here in the second half. Bullock to Turner, back to Bullock. Bullock calls Stanton out. Bears trying to spread their offense a little bit. Comes to Brendan Mitchell. Troy Turner down the corner. Now Turner. Turner comes out. Hits Bullock. Bullock top of the key. Puts up a jumper, and that one's good. Nice shot. 65-37 is the score. The Saxons bring it right back down. There's a nice shot, but it doesn't hit. Another shot doesn't go. A big rebound there from Burkhardt, and he puts it up there for 2 points. 65-39. Bullock brings it down for the Bears. Bullock goes to Turner. Back to Brendan Mitchell. Bullock, or Turner rather, back to Mitchell. Down to Turner. Turner tries to drive baseline, comes back out with it. Timeout, Potsdam. A break in the action. We will be back in 1 minute. And the Potsdam cheerleaders doing their job, getting the cheers going again. 65-39 is our score. 65-39 make that. Potsdam on a timeout.
Coach Wallace may very well be yelling at the team, although they do have a 26-point lead. He's going to tell them, listen, you were ahead by over 30 points at halftime, and they're outscoring you in this half, and we don't want that. We want to play a full game, not a half game.
The Bears have always played a good second half game all season long. And they need to get that touch back here tonight if they are going to do anything in future games. Andrew Gregoire out there for Potsdam now. He comes to Bullock. Bullock outside jumper. That bounces off. Big rebound from Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell calls Bullock out. Here's Pony with the ball now, calling the play as he moves to Gregoire. Gregoire back to Bullock. Bullock across to Turner. Turner comes down to Gregoire on the other corner. Back out to Turner. Turner, a short drive, comes out to Bullock. Bullock holds it up. It's bobbled around. Bullock comes back with it behind the back pass, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go to Alfred as Andrew Gregoire touched it last.
A lot of shuffling on the floor. Alfred's a very physical team when they get down on that floor, and that's something that goes in their favor, but at this point in the game, it's not doing them much good.
Time is certainly working against them now. They've had their chances to get back into this game. They've made a run a couple of times, but really haven't gotten far enough with it. Azara with a rebound shot, air ball. Barry Stanton with a rebound, and the outlet pass to Pony Bullock. Bullock pass to Turner. Turner feeds Bullock again, turnaround, and hits it.
They're so unselfish on the fast break. They know where to go and who's open and who's not. It's really impressive watching them run that fast break.
That it is. Here's number 12, Mike Kobus again for Alfred. And wing bobbles a little bit, but gets hold of it. Here's Chris Ty with a shot. Nice baseline jumper. 67-41. Potsdam still by 26 points. Bullock brings it down. They're still being outscored here in the second half. Gregoire back to Bullock. Bullock across to Turner. Nice feed inside. Stanton turnaround jumper, and that one hits. Well, that's what Potsdam has to do, is feed the man inside, because they are getting good position right now.
They're playing better now. I think the coach yelled at them, and now they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Nice basket there from Mike Wing for 2 more points, 69-43. Pony brings it back down. Calls the play, goes left side to Gregoire. Gregoire back to Bullock. Bullock around to Turner. Turner back to Bullock. Gregoire is left alone, puts up the jumper. Rebound down to Troy Turner, no basket.
He went over the back on the rebound. Good call by the refs, but also a tough one. That was a nice rebound by Troy.
What can you do about those calls?
He was definitely unhappy. It was a hard call to make, but he did go over the back. It's hard to say whether the other man was in position. It looked like he was a little bit out of position, so it wouldn't have mattered. But it's the referee's call, and it's always a good one.
The second half clock is whittled down to just over 5 minutes. Our score at 69-43. Block shot off the first shot from Wing. And the Bears bring it down, traveling against Troy Turner.
Well, that's 2 in a row, and he's got to be a little upset. I think he's going to try to start getting back into this game, pumping a few shots. Maybe we'll see some action from Troy coming up.
A whistle, and Joe Smith comes in for Troy Turner. I think Troy just needs to sit down and catch his breath for a second. He's been playing hard out there, really moving around without the ball and getting in position.
He's got 12 points tonight, so he added his share tonight. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Andrews to Kobus now. Back to Andrews. Andrews tries to feed Ambrose, and it goes out of bounds to Potsdam. And the Bears bring it back down. Steve Babiart's back in the game now for Potsdam. Gregoire down to Babiart's. Babiart's looks, goes across to Joe Smith. Smith back out to Gregoire. Gregor, alley-oop inside to Mitchell. Mitchell doesn't hit on the first one. Rebound doesn't go either. And Ambrose is there to pick up the ball. Kobus drives right side in a hurry. Comes around to center. Tries to get through some traffic. Andrews, they try the alley-oop, and Brendan Mitchell picks off that one. A foul is called against Mike Kobus. That's got to be at least his fourth, right?
That's his fifth.
That's his fifth.
If it's on Mike.
I knew he had quite a few. And Andrews sits down. He's been a workhorse out there tonight for the Saxons.
I thought the foul was on Chris Ty. That would have been Chris's fifth. As it turns out, it's on Kobus. That's only his third.
Okay. Brendan Mitchell at the line. Shot is no good. Rebound from John Leonard. Hook shot hits. Nice touch off the glass. 71-43. Potsdam by 28 now. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. Desperation shot under pressure. Doesn't hit. Rebound comes down. Knocked out of bounds by the Bears. It'll stay with the Saxons.
Mike Kobus is playing a little bit out of control. Someone's got to slow him down. They're not running any sort of offense with him at the helm because he's just trying to break through.
Inbounds pass comes to Ty. He hands off for Kobus. Kobus goes across. That is number 22, John Dagan. Kobus off to Ty. Ty trying to feed Ambrose underneath. Ambrose comes up with it, puts it up under pressure for 2 points. 71-45. And the Bears come back with it. Kind of surprised that Alfred is not attempting any kind of half-court or full-court defense. Joe Smith with an outside jumper, and he hits that one. Like we said, the Bears can get you from anywhere.
And they've already played 10 people tonight, so that's evident of their very deep bench.
There's a shot up, rolls off to John Leonard. Leonard, nice pass out to Babiarts. Babiarts up 2 points. And the Bears have built it back to a 30-point lead. Starting to play again like they are capable of doing. There's a nice shot by, well, it looked like a nice shot from Mike Wing. Didn't hit, rebound down. Ty with a baseline jumper. That doesn't go. And yes, Joe Smith was pushed.
We'll go back to the station for a 30-second station break. We'll be back in just a second.
Or 30.
30, to be exact.
Saturday night.
We're back, and Joe Smith just missed the front end of the 1-and-1.
Saxons bring it back down from outside. Shot from Dagan doesn't hit. Rebound, batted around, and a foul on the play. Looks like that'll go against Brendan Mitchell, I believe.
Just had quite a bit of applause from the fans here. I think it was announced that Potsdam will be hosting the NCAA quarterfinals here, pending the end of this game if Alfred can come back 30 points in the next 2 minutes. But that doesn't seem very likely, so Potsdam will be back next week.
Next Saturday night, you'll hear it live right here. The Bears against either Franklin and Marshall or Susquehanna, the winner of the Mid-Atlantic Regional. And now Potsdam has brought in more substitutions. Tim Bristol out there. Number 43, Dave Minnick, hits the first shot. $75-45 is our score. 2:27 left. Second shot misses, a whistle.
There was a lane violation by Potsdam, so he'll get another shot.
He can have it. I don't mind.
I don't think Potsdam does either.
Minnick at the line to retake his second shot. It is up, and that one is good. 75-46, under 2.5 minutes. Potsdam will be in the NCAA Division III quarterfinal round next Saturday night.
Ooh.
As the bodies go flying. Steve Babiarts was hit as he went up to the basket and ended up taking out 2 other people.
He got knocked on the head, too. I hope he's okay. Seems to be fine.
Foul is on number 50. That is Paul Ambrose. That's his second foul. And the call for Jerry goes up. Just
Slight wave.
puts up his hand, gives a little wave to the crowd. Nonchalantly.
And then yells at Steve.
Babiarts hits on his second shot. Potsdam by 30 again at 76-46. Kobus on the left side, up off the glass, and he is fouled. That'll go against Smith, I believe.
I think it was Steve Babiards. He was raising his hands
Okay, that'll be Steve's foul.
and making the face of shame. Who, me?
Warren A. Potter along with Scott Barnett and our statistician Darren Mott, studio technician James Boyd, and our simulcast tonight on WCKN TV8 from Clarkson University. Glad to have you guys along. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second half. And in the game, this championship game, the Bears with another regional victory in the wings. Amadon just climbs over Kobus, sends it down. Gregoire, they pass it around. Amadon to Babiarts. Babiarts cross to Gregoire. Gregoire to Amadon. Amadon calls the play. Sneaks into Smith. Smith turnaround jumper. That one doesn't hit. Rebound comes down to Dave Minnick. The Saxons bring it down. There's an outside shot. That bounces out. Rebound. And that one is good. Pretty good shot there from number 43, Minnick. Amadon brings it down with just over 1.5 minutes remaining in the game. Amadon goes to Babiarts. Babiarts with a nice grab on the pass and nice bank off the glass. 2 more points. 78-49. Now here is Kobus. Ambrose from the foul line. Ambrose picks up his own rebounds, banks it off the glass. Paul Ambrose playing a good game here tonight for Alfred. Jeff Amadon brings it down against Kobus. Timeout, Potsdam.
We'll go back to the station for a 30-second station break, and we'll be back with the conclusion of this exciting game right here on WRPS. Am I being too obnoxious?
Huh?
Am I being too obnoxious?
Back at Maxey, there was a little confusion and a timeout was not called. Instead, Jeff Amadon hit for 2 more points. 80-51 is our score. As the Saxons bring it down, the desperation shot doesn't hit. Joe Smith with a skying up there for the rebound to Amadon now. Amadon brings it down for Chris Kuhn. Kuhn doesn't hit from outside, just bounces out. And the Saxons bring it down again. They go left side now. They have their substitutions in. Another desperation shot. Babiarts with a rebound. And not a good outlet pass as it's picked up again. And Babiarts comes out with it again. This time he brings it out himself. Seconds and counting. They go to Steve Babiarts, the outsider. Doesn't hit, but that doesn't matter because the game is over. The Potsdam Bears have won the 1986 NCAA Division III Eastern Regional. Final score, Potsdam 80 and Alfred 51. We'll be back in 1 minute with our post-game show.
There's no interviews at all. No, go ahead.
where the Bears have won the 1986 NCAA Division III Eastern Regionals over Alfred. A convincing 80-51 victory. Darren Mott is down on the floor to get set for some post-game interviews. The player of the game, the most valuable player, Pony Bullock of the Potsdam Bears. And the awards will be presented momentarily. Now, the winner of this game, the Potsdam Bears, they will be hosting the Mid-Atlantic Regional winner. It'll be either Franklin and Marshall or Susquehanna. Now let's go down to Darren Mott on the floor. No, I guess Darren's not there at the moment, so we will work on that and see what we can do with that. Our final score again, Potsdam 80 and Alfred 51. Now at the half, Potsdam led 44-15, and Alfred made an attempt at a run and cut the lead down to 23 points, but that was as close as they could get as Coach Jerry Welsh calmed down the crew and said, go out there and play the kind of basketball that that you should be playing. And they did just that. Pony Bullock, the game most valuable player. We're having a few technical difficulties trying to get our man on the floor set.
Which one is it, number 2?
Darren Mott getting set to get some post-game interviews. And a lot of people just kind of mulling around. Had a big crowd on hand here tonight at Maxey, which was very nice to see. We did end up with 300 extra tickets for the championship game, and those must have gone in a hurry. They went on sale at 6 o'clock. Excuse me. We have stuff flying around up here. Somebody just fired a roll of toilet paper up here.
We had some technical difficulties, and we won't be able to have any of the interviews. Besides, most of the players are tied up with the celebration and the award of the trophy. Again, Pony Bullock was named the tournament MVP. So good game overall by the Potsdam Bears, and a look ahead to next Saturday when they will play the winner of the Franklin and Marshall versus Susquehanna game. So, and the winner of that will go on to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the Final Four, and that will be broadcasted by WRPS if Potsdam does make it that far. So
let's take you back to the station for a 30-second break, and we'll come back with more post-game activity.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
If you hurry up here, maybe we get something.
If he'd come upstairs, then he left it down.
I thought he was on his way up. Hopefully he is.
Suitable.
Thank you, we're back. Thank you, we are back now at Maxey Gymnasium, where the Bears have won the 86 Division III Eastern Regional over Alfred. Our final score again, Potsdam 80 and Alfred 51.
Okay.
Bears will host the NCAA Division III quarterfinal matchup next weekend.
Okay, this
next
is
Saturday
Darren Mott
night,
of WRPS
right
Radio, and more recently of WCKN TV channel right here with Troy Turner. Troy, congratulations on the game.
Sure.
You guys got out to a very quick lead right at the start. You were up by, what, 23 or 24?
And of course,
what can you attribute to that lead?
Well, I felt that we played very good pressure defense. You know, our defense was intact. You know,
winner here at
this team came out. I don't know. They came out doing a few stunts. You know, holding us, grabbing us, and things like that to try to disrupt our game. But you know, we just kept our composure and just ran our offense and played the right defense in that.
Because
I noticed Brendan getting a little. He might have been getting shoved around underneath a little bit in the beginning. Did that have? Was that why he was pulled early on for? You know, he may have taken out for 3 or 4 minutes. Was he getting pushed underneath and getting a little upset at that?
Yeah, he was getting pushed a lot. You know, they was grabbing him and things. You know, trying to shake him up. You know, But in Brennan, you know, he has a tendency
the Bears
to just
made an
lose bad
astounding
at certain
run
times until coach talks to him on the bench, puts him on the bench, and brings him back. You know, but Brennan, he played a good game, I think.
Alfred,
you know.
9 minutes.
You guys went into the locker room and you were up 48 to 15 or something to that extent. What did the coach say to you when you went in there for the break?
Always been that way.
Well, coach just basically wanted us to know to keep our composure, you know, because the big lead that we had, you know, you have a tendency to go down, you know, to just play lackadaisical. And coach, you know, he just told us to keep our heads, run our offense, play hard, you know, and try to give the crowd the best game that, you know, we can possibly play. You know, and we tried and we did.
Did Alfred's poor shooting at the beginning surprise you in any way? They only shot 25% first half. That surprised you guys?
It surprised me a little, you know. But I felt that, you know, if we played the right defense and played our defense well, that's how we beat teams. You know, we try to get them out of their offense, get them to do different things, you know, and shoot bad and have bad percentage. And, you know, that's what happens.
All right, you guys are one game away from the Final Four. How does that affect you guys?
We was there last year, you know. I think of us like the Chicago Bears, you know. Last year, they lost a game to San Francisco, and they felt they should have won it. And they came back and won almost all their games, you know. And, you know, I think we're, you know, the same way as far as, you know, looking for the title. I think we can go back, and I feel that, hey, if we get there, we're going to win it.
I don't know if you noticed that, but North Park and Wisconsin Whitewater both lost their games last night, so they're out of it. Does that relieve any pressure from you guys?
No, it's this. I tell you, the Final Four, it's tough. It's tough. You got teams like Nebraska Wesleyan coming. The team we play next week, I don't know who won the game, but it's going to be tough. The last, you know, 3 games. So, you know, you never know what can happen. Like North Park, they played with all seniors. You know, they were smaller than us. You know, but well, we felt we could have won the game. You know, we lost by 1 point. You know, so you never know what can happen in the finals. You just got to play hard. Got to play the best.
Okay, thanks a lot, Troy. Congratulations on your win. We'll see you next week here, same time, same place.
Yeah.
That's all for me.
NYU making their first appearance
Back
in the Division
to the studios.
national tournament. They've only been going for 3 or 4 years at NYU with a Division III program. Final score, Nazareth 87 and NYU 73. Nazareth led by 19 points.